G'day, I'm Aussie Mark, and today I want to show you an application that can have some really great consequences for you watching YouTube videos. It's an enhancement, it's an extension for Google Chrome, another one that I've talked about a few before, and I'll put some of those links scattered up along the top of the video. But today we're just going to have a look. I've just got a random subscribers video on the screen here. This is, who is it? Let me just move myself so we can see who we're talking about. So this is the channel of the Morrison Family Vlog. Now, the application that I'm going to talk to you about today is related to these little icons that you won't have along the bottom of yours unless you have this installed. Let me show you some of the wonderful things that this particular application can do, and I'll tell you what the application is and where you can get it further on in the video. So basically, this application will let you do quite a few different things. One of the things you'll notice here, part of the application is this little button. Now, I know that you can actually create white and black backgrounds in the creator section, or in the settings, should I say, of YouTube. But this is just going to allow you to do that straight away. Click it once, whoops, click it, and you've got a black. Whoops, do it again, it's black, and click it again, and it goes back to white. So that's just always there on the screen once you've got this application installed. Now, that's nothing too fantastic. So let's move on to something a bit more interesting. If you put your cursor over the video, the scroll wheel on your mouse now becomes your volume control. Have a look as I scroll up and down. I'm now at full volume there. You can see that's at 100, and I can scroll that down till I make the volume absolutely 0. So you don't have to take your hand off the mouse, and you can control the volume, which I think is pretty good. Now, some people like to have their videos up in larger format than the one we're currently looking at. One of the things I really like is the cinematic effect. Now, you can get that by going down to, where are we? Here. Click on cinema. Or even easier still is you just have to click anywhere off the screen video. So if I click, you can see my mouse here over on the left hand side. If I just click here, I'm going to go into cinema mode. And now cinema mode has a bunch of different options that you can select. At the moment, we've got this, I've got the color choice set to this pale color, and the video, oh, excuse me, goodness me. And what happens is when you play the video, let me just play this for you so you can see. The colors on the video are reflected in the little outside boundaries. So anytime if I make this, let's move this further on to a different section of the video. As you can see, the color on the outside changes. Now, that's a nice little feature to have. It's not the only option though. I'll just stop this video. So if we use this setting up here, we can go to, we've got 4 different options to watch this video in. We can either watch it with a static background color, which basically means that little outside edge is not going to show. The one I particularly like is this one here. So, we could just watch the video like that, and it's not full screen, so you can still get to see your tabs, still get to see your taskbar along the bottom, as well as watching the video. You can change the colors. As you can see, I'll just change the colors here, so you can change it to any of these colors. That's static, that meaning that color is going to stay there. So if we change to this one here, to the color, we can basically add slight variations, but it still reflects the colors of the actual person, or the movement in the video changes. It's kind of like watching TV in the dark, where you've got reflections of on the wall behind you. Then you can also watch it in this inverted style. As you can see, especially if I close that, have a look around the edge now. You've got it blown out to full screen behind. And then you've got a 4th option, which is this tint one. And if you put the tint in here, if we tint that, it's just going to tint that background that you can see. So I like the color one though myself. So I like to go back to that one and maybe over here. And so I like to watch it like that. One of the other things that's great about this application is this little camera button. If I want to select an image on the screen as it's going along, let's say I think, oh, you know, I want to use that particular section or that particular, I can actually watch my own on it and make a thumbnail, whatever. Let me just, if I go click, it's going to basically save. Let me scroll down here so you can see it. There you go. So you've got an automatic photo created from the video. You can increase or decrease the quality. You can have the vignette on it or not. You can in other words, there's some filters there that you can add. And you can then you can add the play button if you wanted to, but I'm not sure why you would want to. And then you can save that, as you can see here. Save it to your desktop or save it to whatever you want to use. So you can, in other words, it's a screen capture for YouTube video. Scroll, get back out of that. This video is still going. I'm going to stop that. Okay, so other things you can do with this. First of all, let's have a look what this button does. If we scroll over to here, this will take you to the Magic Actions page, and it'll explain a lot about what Magic Actions can do and the different functions that are available within Magic Actions. I'm going to close that one down, and I'm going to click it. Remember, I clicked over here to get into cinema mode in the first place. So I'm going to click again, and that's gone back out of there. So what are some of these other things? We've talked about Magic Option. We've talked about the cinema. This Magic Options here, if I click on that one, this will actually provide some options that you can change to so that every time you use the application, you'll be able to set certain things. So, for example, you can have your instant controls. I said I use mine with the scroll wheel in the middle to change the volume, but if you're watching it on a handheld device like your phone or your iPad, you can do it by dragging your fingers across to change the volume. You can select this one for holding the right mouse button down and moving the mouse to change the volume. Enabling Auto HD is another wonderful feature. So basically this allows you to, it will automatically play in HD if HD is available. If not, it will select the next highest volume, the next highest quality of the video. So that's a really great feature as well. Enable multi-range looper. Basically, there's a loop tool available where if you really like a video, let's say it's a music video, for example, you can play it over and over again if that's your thing. So there are some options. There's a few more there. Cinema player size. When we looked at the cinema, we were looking at it as in a medium size. I could have changed that to small or large. And there's some other functions to play around with there as well. Let's go back over to here and continue to have a quick look around. So you know how when you normally go into YouTube, you can click on your theater mode and it'll make it that big, but you can still see bits and pieces down the bottom here and at the top. Let me just move myself again, and we'll go back to the default view. Now what you can do here is you can actually use your, the expand button. And this time, as you can see, it goes right up to the edges and right down to the bottom, so that you can still see your tabs, still see your taskbar, and be able to watch the video in good quality. So we'll go back out of that for the time being. So in order to get back out of that, I'm going to, let's see, we're back. Oops, hit the wrong button to go back there. Am I hiding it? Oh, I know what I have to do. You can actually scroll up. So, oops, now that's a little trick to get used to. If you keep scrolling up and down on the video, it's still going to be the volume control. Over here on the side, you can use your scroll button and we'll revert back to the smaller size. So there's that loop button I was talking about, the loop action. If you want to repeat a particular video over and over again. Then you've got some strange things here. Apply color filters. You can just have a look what happens when these things are applied. You keep clicking it. That's giving you, what's that one say? Detailization. I guess that's like sharpening. And just watch the quality change. I won't bother reading them all out to you. You can see the different changes on the video. And you can watch it in all sorts of different ways. I don't know why you'd want to, but some people might like to play around with that option. It's certainly not one that I'm going to use on this particular feature. And we'll eventually come back around to the beginning. So nearly there, and I think we're there. Okay. Now you've got this other one, transforming filters. This is a quite bizarre little thing. Have a look what happens when I click this one. You got a record. In other words, the video just spins round and round. It's kind of like an old disc or an old LP record, for those of you who are old enough to remember that. It's a bit of a strange one. If I click it again, what's happening this time? Not quite sure. Magic zoom. Oh, it zoomed in, zooming in and zooming out by the looks of that. Click it again. What have we got this time? Horizontal flip. So I can watch it upside down. Okay. And back to normal. I look to that. And finally, you've got that capture. So here's another opportunity if you want to do a screen capture. So there's a little cutie in the basket. And if I click the button and scroll down, it will give me, there's that photo of her that we could save if we wanted to. So it's a fun little option. The main ones that I really like are the black and white, like I said, back to white, the volume control with the wheel, and the cinema mode. Clicking over here and you get to watch it in cinema mode. I think that's one of the best features. I've not long started using this application, and it's called Magic Actions for YouTube. So you can get it, I'll put the link in the description where you can get it from. You can see the web address here up at the top if you wanted to bother typing it out. It's definitely a nice little add-on for Chrome. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this video too. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Aussie Mark, and I hope to see some comments from you on this video, or perhaps on one of my others. Please subscribe to my channel, give me some support, and that's encouragement for me to make more videos for you. Remember, my channel is called Aussie Mark Drones and Tutorials. The tutorials are not necessarily anything to do with drones. I just like making tutorials about things I learn online, and of course I make drone videos and videos about drones as well. I'm Aussie Mark again. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Take care.